think we're going. Looks like it. It's currently raining outside, so my stream may get cut off abruptly as I'm not sure I'm gonna have internet, but you know, screw it, we're gonna continue. So, I believe the core temperature is now about 4,000, down about 4,000 from what was last time I streamed. So with another day or two, I might be able to do something with this reactor again. I'm thinking it might not also be a bad idea to have multiple of these reactors in here. Failsafe, it kind of makes it relatively safe to have them in close proximity. But that's a thing for later. So, what do we have first to talk about? Ah, yes, the Occult Crusher. So, last stream, I meant to talk about this, but I completely forgot. But so, to make these, come on, to make these, pentagons here, I needed, materials to make the chalk. Oh yeah, that reminds me, then the other thing that I wanted to talk about, so the chalk. So apparently this bag leaves 1 HP on the chalk. If you have multiple of the same one, then it will start using the next one in line and just leave that one, but I don't know why. Leaves me with these little tiny little nubules of chalk, and I have no idea what to do with them. Anyway. So the chalk, which I believe I know actually have every color. Anyway, I keep getting sidetracked. The materials to make the chalk to make this pentacle I needed to have stuff crushed, like black rock, I think, or maybe it was black stone. Yeah, so I needed to crush black stone into blackstone dust. Does it show it here? There it is. Which can only be done in a occult crusher. So I had the stuff to make a an Alfred crusher. So I had the pentacle all ready to go and everything. So I just went ahead and made them. Moved them kind of over here and was just manually tossing things at them. Probably did that for like an hour or so. And his health didn't seem to be ticking down, or at least his health wasn't visible to me, so I had no idea how long he actually had left. So I scooped him back up, and I built this little contraption here. I put raw resources here, and I'll put gather up what he crushes in here, using the taking advantage of the what is it? The long pickup delay on uncrushed stuff, and the fact that when he crushes it, it basically changes it from it deletes the old item and creates a new one with a much shorter pickup delay, so this thing could pick it up. And put a little pressure plate on there so that when he disappeared, it would stop. And I believe I also adjusted like the time on this thing or something. Yeah, I set it up to 6,000. So it would. I think I figured out that it was about 6,600 ticks that it took him to crush a stack. So every 6,000 it would just toss on another stack of items. And he was just there for quite a long time, and just like I just kept topping off the bag every so often and coming back and checking on it. He was still there, still crushing shit. Crushed all this stuff. Now that I've shown that, I can throw this into the thing with everything else. Pause it. There we go. After a while, I kind of realized, you know, he might just not despawn on his own, and like I don't really. What's this one? Wait, what? Oh, I stuck it in the wrong bag. He's got turned around again. Okay. So after a while, I kind of realized he wasn't disappearing. I think you had him there for like a day or so, maybe more. I don't remember how long he was there, but still no health things. Didn't seem to be going away. So I was like, okay, well, I actually needed the next tier up to crush more things for additional chalk. So scooped him up, tossed him into this thing. He's just kind of gonna live there for now. And I made the next tier up, the Mifrit, I think it is, Crusher, whom I actually put in a jar. It's actually technically two of them. One for crushing, one for crystallizing. And when they're in the jar like this, well, actually, I think the Mifrit is normally, well, it might not be. Those sources that I found online said that it just lasts forever normally. So as an entity, it just lives forever. But that's not how it used to be. It used to have a finite lifespan. Anyway, I stuck it in the jar. Neat thing about the jar is it kind of acts like the entity inside of it is a tile entity. And you can just kind of pipe items into it directly, which is pretty cool. And it drops the items, spits them out above it to be scooped up by this hopper. Now, I actually did have this kind of rather interesting problem earlier today. You'll see how I have these two jars separated with a space, with a glass divider between them. I didn't have that a little bit earlier today, and I tried to make some items, and it needed to crush some, it needed to make some echo shard dust, or echo dust. So I would throw the echo shard into the thing, and it would throw out the dust, which would then get picked up by the crystallizer, which was right next to it, turn that back into the echo shard, throw it out, scoop it, this one would scoop it back up and crush it back into dust. And it was kind of a comical infinite loop. I had to share that. Yeah. You know, let's talk about the compactor first. That makes more sense in the order of things here. So, sorry, I was just suddenly very, very thirsty. So, I noticed that there was a lot of red here. A lot of red things that shouldn't be, a lot of red lights. What red lights indicate is that something is completely full. Like here, you see that the bytes used, it's using all the bytes available to it. So, yeah. Let's see, orange means all the types are being used, but not all the bytes are. Blue means, I believe that it just has things in it, but it's not completely full of either bytes or types. Green means it's completely empty. Like this red one here. All the bytes of it are used. And that's not entirely unexpected for that to happen, but is rather odd for it to just suddenly happen. Upon further inspection, I realized that, like, dirt, grass, stone, like netherrack, I think, whatever the stuff is, the deep slate, the end stone, and I believe even a few of the stuff over here was just completely full. So, to alleviate that, I made all the base ones completely maxed out on netherite upgrades, so they got quite a bit of space in, and started dumping stuff out of the storage and into this. But the problem kind of persisted. And then I discovered I had hit the limit of what laser I/O and functional storage could do. So, well, first I hit the laser I/O limit. So apparently, I put in like multiple of these exact cards here to try to increase the amount of throughput to get stuff out of functional storage and into the compactor so it can be compacted. But having multiple cards in here apparently doesn't do anything. Apparently there's a limit to the number of cards that can actually work in here, so I put in a second laser I/O thing. That helped. And then over here I started having issues with stuff getting taken out, so I had to put in a couple of more laser I/O stuff. Actually, this one I believe is targeted specifically, yeah, this one's targeted specifically at compressed blocks, because it was getting quite the buildup with compressed blocks. And then I hit the limitation of what functional storage could actually do, and the system's... Oh. Oh. Are these actual? Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. I need to actually do these ones here. So this is unobtainium 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Vibranium 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it started using this chest as an overflow chest instead of a where it puts things that it can't stick in there, which I suppose technically, if it's hitting the limit of what functional storage can do, then those blocks were indeed more than what it could handle. So that was kind of interesting, and that was also kind of causing the quarry to dump stuff into the applied energistics system, which thankfully I have not hit the limit of what this can handle yet. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it was causing kind of this loop where stuff was actually getting pulled out of applied energistics and getting put back into applied energistics, and also stuff was coming out of the quarry and going directly into applied energistics instead of being processed properly. So I looked into filtering item interfaces and stuck one here. And this works exactly the way I had hoped it would. Come on, get out. There we go. So I have a inventory reader underneath this chest here, and anything I put on this chest will be able to bypass this whole mess and go straight into the compacting chest. Which, actually, now that I think about it, I should probably just upgrade this compacting chest. Couldn't before because it was completely full of crap, but now that I have this opportunity, I should do this. It might also not be a bad idea to throw one of these on here just in case I ever come across that situation again. That was a pain in the ass to untangle. It took me quite a while fiddling and adjusting to actually do that. finish? Where is it? What the hell? Oh, oh. Whoops. Okay. Alright. Yep. Where'd the compactor go? Nope, not that. This. There we go. And just do that for backups. I should actually probably do that here too. Just while I'm thinking about it, it might not be bad to upgrade that in case that ever happens again. Like, as long as this thing's performing the job that I put it there for, it doesn't really need to be even a double chest, really. It shouldn't ever need to be a double chest. But, well, that situation was a pain in the ass and shows me that no, I should not rest on my laurels here. Get down. And should have that there just in case. Again. Okay, well, with that pretty much worked out, all the backlog done. I think actually the courier right now is not even running. So I don't have additional stuff coming in, at least not from that. Yeah. I had a thought, but now I've had a brain glitch and I don't remember exactly what I was going to say. Well, yeah, so this problem's solved. That was a pain in the ass. Worked through it all. It works now. Next, I believe, is the occult miners. Yes, which kind of flows nicely into this limit because so last stream I was trying to figure out how to get this stuff here. Excuse me. Okay. So I was trying to figure out how to get the stellarite pieces here, and looking around at various recipes, trying to figure things out, I discovered that these blocks here get dropped by eldritch ancient miners, which use this pentacle that I had already created, and it needs villager sacrifices, which I had already prepared for. So I was like, that's perfect. I'll just make some of them. Okay, so let's see. So looking at the recipe here, you can see that it takes 8 master miners and one of these mining dimension core pieces. The mining dimension core pieces can only be dropped by the master miner or the eldritch ancient miner. This is the only way to get these things, as far as I've been able to tell. Yeah. So I was like, okay. They require 8 apiece anyway. So I'll just go ahead and make 64 of them. And then once I have the mining dimension core pieces, I'll just go ahead and turn the 64 into 8 Eldritch Ancient Miners. And I kind of just left them going last night, and when I woke up this morning, I had like 80 some odd of those core things. Like, perfect, cool. Let me see, where's the book? So, in the book, oh, I even have the page turned to it. On the book, it shows this recipe. Cool, cool, cool. I'd actually been looking at the book here for the recipes to kind of get things in my mind meets. But then I looked at JEI's recipe entry here, and I noticed there's a 2. There's another recipe for these things. Same pentacle, no sacrifice requirement, which honestly is unimportant. The sacrifice would have been easy to do. I already have the stuff in place. But then it only requires 1 master miner. And like the piglet heart and the unobtainium pickaxe is like nothing. As well as the book. Like this, in my mind, this is like 1/8 the recipe requirement. So it's like, why not just go for this? Like, I've got 64 of these. I've got the infrastructure already in place for 64 of those things, which I set up here. Why not go for 64 ancient, or Eldritch miners? Eldritch ancient miners. So, yeah, and I used a filter thing here, which is... Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Ooh, well, no, wait, it would have shut off when I did that. It wouldn't have started pulling things out. These aren't pipes. Gotta remember that. Perfectly safe, perfectly good. Okay. So I used that, filtered out the master miners, so that when they went into this blood chest, got repaired, they would get sucked back out and just put into here so that I could use them for crafting to make the Eldritch Ancient Miners. And I did indeed make 64 Eldritch Ancient Miners here. The problem with that is, okay, so the master miners before them, I'd assume that it would have roughly the same mining time between them. But the master miners were fairly reasonably slow. I don't know what the exact time was. I want to say a minute per mining operation. I don't quite remember. These things, however, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, like this is doing a mining operation a second just about. like look at this. This is what 64 Eldritch Ancient Miners do. This is giving me so many resources. It's all, I'm getting all the modium, vibranium, and unobtainium from this as well. In block form, no less. Like, this is just an absurd quantity of resources. So much so that I needed a second importer just to handle that. Like, I've hit the limit of what integrated dynamics can do for this. Like, with one, it was just quickly filling up this whole chest. Needed a second one just to drain out the chest. Oh, and we should probably cover how this works. It's pretty simple, straightforward. I thought I would try using functions as predicates this time, rather than using the apply thing. And it's pretty simple, straightforward. Just pull up terminal. Okay. Is this it? No, that's Fantastic. CD11. Yep, that's it. So it's pretty simple. Have one function is good miner. If the item has no damage, then returns true, otherwise false, and that causes it to import the item into one of these lanterns, or dimensional mine shafts. And then we have the other function, which again is pretty straightforward. If I could just tab to it, there we go. We have the bad miner function, which checks to make that checks to see if any of the lamps have a damage that's greater than or equal to half its maximum damage, in which case it pulls it through this item exporter here and into the colossal blood chest for repairs. Now, the colossal blood chest cannot actually service all of these lamps at the same time, which is why I have it pull them when they're at halfway. I'm kind of hoping that it's able to repair them before the next wave needs repairing. And you... unnecessary now. So I'm just going to yank this. Did you go in here? Yeah, okay. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But as you saw, the resource amount that I'm just getting from that is quite massive. It was quickly filling up this chest here of just raw blocks. So to keep up with it, I had to double the number of these that I have operating. And right now it seems to not have a whole lot of them flying, but not like that. Chest was almost overflowing by the time I finally got these ones built. And of course it was also rapidly filling up this chest, so I added another 10 ultimate smelting factories with maximum upgrades. Surprisingly enough, the pipes thing here is able to keep them all full, which is great. And they are able to output the stuff just fine, which is also great. The chest that I had here was, the chest that I had here was not able to keep up with what I had going on. It filled up really quickly, so I quickly replaced it with another barrel, put a stack upgrade in it, and then we had issues exporting again because this could not keep up, so I had to put another item importer on it. And even then, it was not keeping up. So I thought of throwing an advanced compacting upgrade onto the barrel, which is why things are in these blocks. It's actually getting them so fast that you like rarely see ingots. And it's exporting those blocks. If this gets a little backed up, then I'll compress things further and kind of make the job further on down the line a bit easier. The more this compacts, the less that thing has to compact. Though it does cause issues like I don't really have, I guess it does really cause issues because I don't use Crimson Iron for anything. But if I did use Crimson Iron for something, I need to come up with an unblocking recipe for it. Let's see. What else? Well, so souls. you'll see now that I have 236. It's because I had this interesting idea. A wandering trader popped up, and I killed him, and he released one of those soul things. And I just happened to have one of these on my hotbar, and had the thought to scoop it up rather than just kill it. And I couldn't duplicate it in the mob duplicator, but I was able to stick it in one of those containment jars and put it up here. And now it's just giving me lost souls. I think it's given me about 200 now. It hasn't been there for very long. It's quite nice to... I was trying to figure out how to get more of those. If you look at the recipe for them, you can see that the only real recipe it has for getting these things is to capture one in these box of eternal closures and then just torture it for all eternity. Which I'm not opposed to, it just costs blood too. Whereas that is free. Yes. Oh, also Stella. So I was trying to... Oops, I did not mean to do that. Okay, so another solution I kind of started to chase is the Stella bee here, which is crafted like so. I think I looked at this actually last time. And this requires ancient bee spawn eggs. So I actually went and bred some ancient bees to get the genes to make their little spawn eggs. I don't really need these guys anymore, but whatever. I'm just gonna let them just exist for a while. Oh, right, I forgot about this. I think I talked about this in the previous stream. So that bee that that possessed bee that I captured in the bee cage thing and then stuck in the hive, even though there's no bees in the hive when I place it, like I place down the hive, nothing in here. But if I pick up the hive, whoops, I didn't mean to use my sword, possessed bee. It still shows that the bee is in there even though there's no bees in there. Which is kind of interesting. Actually, you know, I think something I failed to mention last stream is that I got other things. Yeah, so so some of the materials that I needed. Oh yeah, I was looking at this, trying to figure out what use this thing could possibly serve. The answer is none. I'll talk about that in a minute, though. So, where is it? What was I even looking for? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, here we go. So, these... You need the heavy core for some things, which is a drop from trial chambers or something. I've still not actually really done trial chambers. I've kind of completed the first basic thing. There's actually a trial chamber right next to my base here that I went and did. But you need one of those. I'm not sure exactly how you get one, but you can get one from Strong Breeze here, which requires an ominous trail key to summon, which requires a normal trail key to summon, which you can get from this guy. So you're supposed to summon him, fight him, get the trail key, then use it to summon him, fight him, and get the ominous trail key, which you can then use to summon him to get the core thing. what I did instead was I captured all 3 of them. And they are indeed dropping, or giving me the trial keys, the ominous trial key, and heavy course. It's pretty great. I'm pretty sure I showed Afrid there. I believe there's also a Myrid somewhere around here. Ah, yeah, there it is. It's hiding in the corner here. Yeah, so this one is just here to for the material drops. I think that pretty much covers everything, really. Can't think of anything else. So what I want to do now, yes, evil craft shit. So spirit stuff. I made a vengeance ring and a piercing vengeance focus. The vengeance ring will allow me to see the vengeance spirits, and they will start to attack me. And the piercing vengeance focus, I'm not entirely sure how that works, but it says that it can kill spirits, or vengeance spirits. So we'll give that a try. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. Probably used this already, but well, I used it in the past. I just kind of vaguely remember things about it, though. This might not be a bad idea. The book says that they hurt, so might not be a bad idea to have some extra health. Supposedly there's a vengeance spirit in there, I just don't see it. Yeah, I'd have to go in there. This might actually be really stupid of me to do. Oh, right. Because of the glass, I can't actually go in there. Okay. Maybe kill an Enderman? Oh, I saw something for a second there. Oh, he poofed. What are you doing in all that? How do I even get to you? Why doesn't my torch affect these guys? Oh. Well, it made a sound, but I don't think we got any drops. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm supposed to hold right click. I don't know why the vengeance spirits aren't attacking me. I don't think he dropped anything. Huh. Okay, okay. Hmm. Oh, well, it's nighttime. You know what? Let's go. Let's go. Find something. I suppose I didn't really need to teleport here to do this. I think that one dropped something. Yes, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, interesting. You can use vengeance spirits as well. Well, that's probably how you get the one thing in the casket of eternal rest or whatever. Is you kill one and trap its spirit into the thing and then torture it for all eternity. Which sounds like a party to me. Okay. Okie dokie. And now... toss that in there. Evil. Make me some spectral glasses. Nice. Okay. I was afraid it wouldn't want to use that ring, but it did. Now, spectral glasses supposedly will allow me to see and interact with vengeance spirits without being attacked by them, but can't really say that they were that attacking or that dangerous. I mean, who knows? Maybe they were hitting me that whole time and the shield thing was doing its job. I have no idea. Why is this taking so long? Oh, it finished. Okay. Wait. No, these aren't Kuro. Oh, okay. That's an issue. I actually have to put them on my head. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Okay. Well, whatever. So, the forge. I think next we want the forge. Upgrade the forge a little bit. So these things. Ooh. Okay, so forge. Okay, so next we want one of these things. Let's see, 2,000 REL, 100 souls, got tons of blood, no experience required. Just need Stella, that, and that. We don't have the 100 souls in there, but that should be an issue. Oh, interesting. That's what, like 96? Should bring it up to 100. And now we need... Was that what? What was needed? Chiseled, polished darkstone. So... I thought I already had one made, but I guess not. What does it take to make the next tier up? Skulk, Skill, Dark Nether Star, Stella Blocks. I think any of that will be really a problem. How much of RL? 5,000? How much we got? Oop. We have 3,000. Okay, so let's get that charging back up. Okay. What does it take to make this? Dark steel? Oh, that's pretty simple. Anything else that I need? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay. Let me make one of these things. Okay. Requires a tier 5 as one of the ingredients. Okay. Okie dokie. What was I doing with the recipe? Okay, how many souls does this thing need? 500. Well, we don't have enough for that just yet, so we're gonna have to just let it charge up, I guess. Yeah, I shouldn't have removed the blood chest here. Surprised I did that perfectly the first time. Let's see, where's my fork? Is this still going to the blood thing? It is, okay. I use these entangled blocks quite a lot. Probably more than I should. Perfect. Oh, and you can't stick the chalk in here. I've tried. I haven't tried putting these in here, though. I cannot. Okay. Alrighty then. What next? What next? Well... it's time to start working towards the star, I think. I think we're at a point now where I can start, like, really looking at that. I mean, I keep pulling it up on off stream, looking at the parts and kind of working on it a bit, but work on some of this other stuff. Ooh, what, really? Oh, okay, that's pretty simple to do. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this, yeah, it's Steve's carts. That should be pretty easy to do. I've already got one of these. More isn't an issue. Let me get witherite. Get from the block. Spirit furnace. The Harbinger. Okay. The Harbinger. I'm not at all familiar with this mod. I think that's a boss drop. That probably is as well. Mace of Destruction. Okay. How do I get the Mace of Destruction? It not tell me. Might look into the book. Index. Oh, Mace of Destruction here. Okay, this is a variant of the Mace of Distortion. The force that is released by this mace is actually a powerful explosion. The longer you charge the mace, the bigger the explosion will be. Increasing the power level of this mace will increase the starting power of the explosion, so you can charge even more. Alrighty then. So that seems like a fairly straightforward crafting. Well, maybe it didn't show up because I was looking at the full one. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay. Ooh. Interesting. So we need to make use of an environmental accumulator, or one of these. I'm not entirely sure. This is I had a thought there and then it just disappeared from my brain meats. So, okay, that's not too terrible. Obviously we can fill it up pretty easily. I don't know why that's item draining. I'm not sure why we'd want to drain the blood out of it. Alright, well, probably isn't that difficult to fill the thing up. Alright. I'm not sure if the thing on the side there has any sort of like real indicator as to what it's as to when it should be put on, like what kind of weather. Uh, all right, whatever. We'll just skip that part for now. Star, Oblivion Shard, Eternal Essentia. Pretty. Shouldn't be too difficult to actually achieve that. Just put that there. This is gonna be our current target. Ender's Cataclysm. Let's have a look at Ender Cataclysm. Maybe that'll give me some information about this mod. Cataclysm. Okay. I'm guessing this is the mod. Oop. Okay, yeah. Oh. So that's from this mod. Okay. Seen those. I've seen those too. There's one right next to one of the Draconis dragon things. The Chaos Guardians. Harbinger. Okay, so what do we got here? Ancient Factory, Home of the Harbinger. Deep underground in the overworld. Interesting. Okay, well, we need to take this thing on, so let's try laser Gatling. That sounds fun. Mechanical fusion anvil. Alright, let's try taking on this guy here. Oh, actually, there's something I wanted to try. I completely forgot about this. So, I can make these boxes of eternal closure, but they come with a vengeance spirit built into them. We got some other ones here that... Wait. I think this is the... Wait. Well, that's interesting. I got ones that are labeled Vengeance Spirit, but have different information, or isn't stacking with the ones I can actually make. So what's the difference between these two? Swarm Timer 2, Swarm Timer 4. I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna make another one of these ring things since the glasses are kind of annoying. Alright, so I believe the ones that can be crafted are 2. Yeah, ones that can be crafted have a swarm timer of 2, or a swarm value of 2. Not entirely sure how this is, what this is going to do. That. This out so I can take that out. Now this should open it. Okay. Did it drop anything? No. Okay. Oh. It hits me once and then it disappears. Okay. I was expecting kind of a bit more of a fight than that. Okay, and now I want one of these Vengeance Focus, which is capable of catching things. Yeah, I will just make another one. Oh, I have a second one already. Okay, and now where is the Explorer Compass? Ancient Factory. This way. Yeah, there's no reason not to have that thing on. Where is it? There it is. No real reason to not have this thing on. I got crap tons of juice, so why not? Oop, that's a tree. Uh, don't need some of this crap here. That's probably good. That might be a thing I need to visit later. So this other thing, what What drops it? Oh, it's made using the mechanical fusion anvil. We get this thing. Netherite monstrosity drops. Okay. Oop. Apparently it is here. Stone's gonna be annoying. Or I guess not stone, water. Water's gonna be annoying. Ah, of course, more water. Because who doesn't like more water? Interesting. Okay. Apparently I was a little too far away from where I needed to be. Thought I would be close enough, but nope. I need to be a little bit more exact. Right here. Okay. What? Did I find it? Ah, that's what this is. Okay. I am just outside of it. Ooh, I need some of that. Yes, okay. Can I grow more of these things? Ooh, looks like I can. Any more of them, though, that I can just completely snag? What is that? What's a mimic? Okay. That looks like a thing. Oh, I can't break that. Interesting. Means I have to actually find the entrance to this place. What is that? Oh, interesting. Are there less injured ones? Yeah, there are. Hmm. Oops, nope. I meant to get you. Yeah, it's purely decorative. What's this? Eh, whatever. Wait. Well, these are lodestones. You know, I never figured out what exactly lodestones do. No idea what they do, but if I recall, they are rather expensive to make. Yeah, like, what is their function? I have no idea. That price, it's gotta be good. I don't know. Not like the respawn anchors, so, like, I have no idea what they do. I recall seeing a build that actually used them for anything useful. Okie dokie. I actually didn't need to grab those. I have more than enough netherite that it's not really an issue. But whatever. I grabbed them anyway. Oh, hey, you look important. Okay. Oh, ouch. No, I cannot. Next question. Where is that thing? What was that? Alright, where'd that gem thing go? I could have swore I had a gem on me that would do this. Huh, I do not, apparently. Alright, we'll try one of these things. Hey, Prowley. Perfect. So what are you? You are the thing that I need to kill, apparently. And this doesn't work, so... This doesn't work either. You don't exist. That's a problem. Apparently there's a vengeance spirit here. Where's the vengeance spirit at? Is it on the ground or something? Do I have to kill the Prowler to wake the thing up and make it so I can capture the thing? That could very well be the case. In which case, I am going to lose my precious new prize. Alright. Zork Sorton. Well, I can't stick that in a mob duplicator. What are my options exactly? Does Cult have a spawner? Is there a way to duplicate a mob from... or with this? Where's my book? Book. There it is. So what are these gems actually used for? I mean, sure I can capture a boss with it, but like... It doesn't look like it does have a mob duplicator. Hmm. I guess this is just so that you can pick them up and move them around. Thing is, I don't really want to give up my prize. How do we get this? Netherite monstrosity. Okay, so that's not from the Prowler then. I guess. Okay. How unfortunate. Okay. Damn, wasn't fast enough. Are you kidding me? It's still... no. Okay, what do I need to do to make you something I can actually grab? Oh. Okay. I don't think this is... I don't think this is supposed to be how that is. Okay, you know, maybe I'm missing something here. Harbinger. The Harbinger takes a lot of inspiration from what powers him, another star he has, blah 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 blah. He'll fly around and even charge at you like the Wither. The Harbinger will break almost every block in its path. To attack, he can shoot Wither missiles. He also has lasers. Biggest weakness, like other living machines, he's weak to EMP. I mean, that's great and all, but like, I kind of need him to actually like be something that I can actually attack. Wait, what is this? Powering the Harbinger. To power up the Harbinger, you need another star, which you can get from killing the Wither. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okie dokie. Okum dokum. Dokum okum. Okum dokum. Okay, so... So I need to smack him with another star. Okay, so that's the issue here, is he needs to be hit with another star. Okay, I don't really want to take him back to my base and have him run amok in there. So I am going to drop that waystone back down because I left my jar there. Okay. Here. Why didn't it activate? Okay, now it's active. No? Okay, well, worth a try. Okay, okay. I know I use these box of eternal closures anyway. I've never actually used one before. Okay, so the box does actually have to be placed on the ground, it looks like, and then I have to hit it with the focus thing. Okay. I really hope this as cool as it is to listen to that, let's just kill the music. Let my shield recharge. Okay. And now we have our epic boss fight in silence. Complete and total silence. Because the creators thought to put music in here. And while the music isn't bad, I don't want to get my stream taken down for copyright reasons. And it just occurred to me I have draconic weapons, but they might do too much damage to this thing. I don't want to kill this thing instantly. I want to be able to... Woo! I want to be able to lower its health and then put it in a position where I can easily capture its vengeance spirit. Just out of curiosity, did that disrupt his attack? It did. Cool, cool. So that one attack actually does damage to me. I mean, technically they all do damage to me, but not significant damage. Health he got? 200. It's like my swings take off about 80 health each time, or 20 health. Okay. I think you know what? Let's get some tinted glass here, which is witherproof. What? Okay. Throw that down there. That's interesting. Okay. Where's my builder? Builder. Where's my builder? There it is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if the witherproof glass has been coated for, well, the wither will work very well on this guy, but I want to keep him here where I can trap him. All right, here we go. Well, that kind of, okay, yeah. He can break witherproof glass. Oh, well, that's not too unexpected. Let him get trapped in the thing. Oh! Yes! Boom. I can torture him for all eternity for his drops. Yeah, of course I missed the flashy thing they did, but that's fine. And that's not what I was looking for. This. Okay. Oh, I can respawn him. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay. That's what it was saying. Okay, okay. I could use that for that. So to respawn the boss fight, do I just hit this with a Wither Star? Is that how this works? Let me just pull out my good bow. There it is. Gonna need some arrows. Where are my arrows? Where's my quiver of arrows? There it is. Okay. I have absolutely no idea how this thing works. It's not taking the nether star, so I guess that's not how that's done. Okay, does this thing cover this spawner? Doesn't really look like it. I don't see anything that looks like that spawner. What if I just give this a lever? Or, well, redstone. No? Doesn't look like there's going to be any information in here. Is there a book? I don't see a book. Hmm. That looks like a lot like the thing on top. Oh, I should probably clean this up. What is that? Oh, it's copper. Okay. That is prismarine. Really confused because it's just out of place. Alright. So, probably what I need to do is craft that thing and give it to that to spawn in the thing again. Let me try that. So this would be... What happens if I do this? Oh, that was it. That was indeed it. It's doing a lot less damage than I was expecting it to. So this might actually be the better way to redo this fight. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. So a better way to redo this fight is we have these indestructible blocks below. I could probably build an integrated dynamics thing to hit the spawner with that item to cause it to spawn back in. Of course, automating the fight itself would be a pain in the ass. The fact that it destroys a bit of the floor makes it difficult to hit it with a stasis field. Hmm. Going to be somewhat difficult to contain this thing. I mean, it is in a box that it doesn't seem to be able to destroy, but it's a rather large box. Ooh. Yeah, so maybe, what does it take to craft one of these EMPs? Oh, I can't craft the EMPs. Okay, okay. Good, 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 good. Great. Okay. Need to do that? Wait. Oh, these... Okay, okay. This is regular deep slate. I was really confused when it destroyed that. I don't like that little position that you're taking. I was going to do the beam thing that actually hurts me, but no, he isn't. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was the beam that actually does damage. Okay. Doesn't seem to be doing any damage to him anymore. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, and then his thing spawns in here. So, what would happen if I took this, put it down here, hit this with a tuning fork. Actually, no, we don't really need to do that. Well, Don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyway. Where is the thing? There it is. Okay. Just attach this to the power thing here. And come up with a better location for that later. And where is this in the chunk? Oh, it's just right on the edge there. That's not ideal. Okay, so, and now we have the eye. Oop, oop. That probably isn't running fast enough. Shit, it destroyed it. Okay, okay. Let's get another stasis thing going. Need to make another one. What am I doing? Need to hit this thing with the fork first. You know what? For now, I will actually just go ahead and move this here. We'll do this. Kind of a placeholder. Oh, we're here already. Set there. There it is. Okay. Okay, so it destroys the block right underneath of it. Perfect. Okay, okay. So in theory, this might work. Captured. Okay, okay. Just out of curiosity, did that do anything to the music? Nope, still going. Okay. But now it's completely helpless. Might need to increase the rate at which the stasis thing goes, just to guarantee a capture before it's able to get away. But this is good. I think I can work with this. Does it heal while it's captured? I think I just saw it heal a little bit. Yeah, it heals a little bit, but a huge amount. Looks like at 50% it becomes immune to arrows. Not really a huge issue. Oh, I had that almost perfectly where its spawner would pop back in. One second. So now if I push the stasis thing right underneath the spawner, one block further away, hit that with a tuning fork, back home, that so I can get some juice. Let's try a plus 200% speed increase. That'll probably guarantee a capture. Captured myself. Okay, so this would be another eye. Captured. Perfect. Okay, and yeah, we can pull out a Tesla for now. The root. What is that? What? That's not my hitbox. There's a vengeance spirit there? What? Why can't I see it? Oh. Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay. Anyway, the hitbox of the thing seems a lot smaller than I was expecting, but... So, spawner would be at where the lower part would is at, so hitting the center of it would probably be fine. Anyway. Tesla. Yes. Boop, boop. Lever. I had a lever earlier. There it is. It is damaging it, though very slowly. I was kind of hoping that since it was an electrical attack, it would do a bit more, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. We could try Old gun turrets. Some homing ammo. Oh, right, it probably requires a redstone signal. Okay. That redstone, there it is, hiding behind the thing. We doing damage? We are, in fact, not doing any damage whatsoever. Okay. Huh. All right. Okay, so elevator, I'm going to want 2 of these. In this space is completely fine. Is that the same one? Okay, sure, whatever. Actually, I suppose this doesn't need to be in the same space here. Let's see, what are my coordinates? 15, 19. Actually, let me just screenshot that. Okay. Plop this down here, so those... where is the exit? There it is. Okay. So, actually, you know what? We can just go on top instead. It's going to go under, but on top. No, we do have to go under. Okay, so was 15, 19. Oh, I guess this would be 5933. 5933. Right here-ish. Okay, and then we go to 1519. See the guy there? Fifteen nineteen would be here. Perfect. Okay. Oops. Okay, okay. Okay. All right. So where are you? This is 22, 26, 22, 26. That didn't look right. 22, 26, 22. Okay, yeah, no, that's we were there before. I wonder what happened to that. Actually, I screwed up somewhere, but all right. So okay, okay, okay. I think I just need to kill him for now. Seems like he's got some iframes or something like that. If I swing too fast, like some of my swings don't do damage. Why aren't you feeding me? There we go. I think the food is too good for that thing to actually figure out how to feed it to me. This is exciting. The most exciting gameplay here. Its vengeance spirit is caught in the stasis field. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, so all right, so I need you actually to be down here. Yeah, that's what I need right there. The herb boss. I have absolutely no idea how to spell harbinger. Harbinger. Okay. This needs to be the harbinger. Harbinger. Okay. Okie dokie. And now so I need 2 player simulators. Oh, I already have one here. I need a lot more than that. Okay. Now I could figure out what the height difference is and then go from there. But I think I'm just going to be lazy, hit this with this, set it to the maximum of 4, and see if that's enough. Oh, wow. Okay. That is actually like spot on right there. Okay. Think anyway. Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. That thing is just, that is spot on. The little bit that it's highlighting is what's sticking out in the next block up. Okay, cool. So that can be for attacking. Where is the thing? Where is the thing? There it is. Set this up to 4 as well. Sweet, and that can be for the spawner itself. There we go. Yep. Oop. Okay. So, I need to go to Dragon Farm. The old sword would probably be good for this. You know, this might not need to be all that complex, really. Going to need that eventually. I don't think I even need to, I don't think I need to script this. I might not even need a variable store for this. I'm going to need an item interface, though. And a chest. Said chest will contain a sword. So the top one will click. So this interface 1. This will click with whatever has 1. It won't be a right click. Continuous. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. So that. Shove that in there. This. One of these things here. Ender chest. Grab one of these things. What's that there? That there. Okay, okay, okay. And now item. Nope. That there. That there. Channel 0, which is correct. Oh, right here. Okay, yes. Okay, so now if there's I have Monarch in this chest, it will hit the spawner with it. We need the vengeance ring thing here. Turn that off. Okay, so okay, sure, whatever. I feel like I'm free. Oh, right. I need to go home. Need to adjust this to not pull that out. Don't know if I want this running all the time. In fact, I probably do not. I'll probably set that up as like a crafting or with a pattern provider and have it auto craft eyes in there and have that associated with the block that you get from the boss fight. So it'd be, from its perspective, crafting the boss item. Yes, so okay, so if I put a hopper here, a ender tank, one of these, down there, items down, that is south, fluids to the south, perfect. Okay, show area. Let's put that up as high as we can. Let's see what this looks like. All right. Let's see if we can center that a little bit better. Perfect. Okay, I think I have it. Nope. Okay. Find the area. Turn off my magnetic ring. Throw the thing into here. And nothing is happening. Okay. Let's try setting this to up. Looks like you can probably tell the difference between an actual player and a fake player. Oh, that's annoying. Let's try it from the side. Try it from north. Maybe that'll have an effect on it. It does not appear to be having an effect on it. Okay. I have no idea. Rotate that easily. Well, it would have broken anyway. That reminds me, did it drop? When it broke it last time, it doesn't actually look like it. have a vengeance spirit in the containment jar. Is that why the containment ritual didn't work? That might be why that did not work. Okay. Okie dokie. So... that's annoying. Interface 0. 2. That could be why this isn't working. It worked. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so containment ritual. Get another containment ritual tablet made. Ritual jar. Dupe. 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 Please don't grab the bat. Don't grab the... Bat, come back here. Okay, throw that down there. I believe I have... Do I have an ender jar? Should... Maybe I don't. Jar. Captured. Okay, okay, okay. Spawner didn't come back. That's kind of only to be expected. After all, I didn't kill the thing. Okay, so we get blocks of witherite. Witherite. I don't have any witherite on my thing. It's trophy. Should turn off hitboxes. It might not have any drops. Just need to leave that there for a little while, I guess. Kind of want to take a break, so I think I'm going to end the stream here. We'll see if that drops, if that gives me anything. And if not, I'll figure out how to build the farm thing off camera. So with that, I guess have a good evening or good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Yes. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Ending the stream.